Another Tuesday. The best day of the week because we've got lattes and twin time. And
Okay, so
what else do you really need?
there is a spot by Leah that they do great like house-made syrups. And we've got a little maple cinnamon kicking off the last week of September.
Last week.
Last week.
I just said last week of
last week
October.
Did you say last week of October?
Wow, you guys.
Oh my God.
We don't know what month it is because the past couple of
Wow.
days too have been like 50 degrees in the morning and then it gets to almost 80. We're feeling the fall vibes, but we're not fully there. So we're kind of confused.
Wow. I think we just skipped the whole third quarter.
We just like
straight into the holidays in our mind. Whoa. Okay.
We got
need
a little fall-inspired drink, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fall-inspired latte. If you ever find yourself in the New Haven area, you must go to Jitterbus Cafe.
The Jitterbus.
Best. Like, anytime Sarah's in town, she's like, we're going, right? Like, it's so cute. They have the best homemade syrups. They have a little truck that goes around, but now they've opened a storefront, and it's second home.
When I take the train, I usually come to Leah's in the morning and I'm like, so are we stopping at Jitterbus? Because I'm going to need either a coconut latte, which they do so well, their coconut syrup. So good. Or this was one of the barista's recommendation of maple with some cinnamon. So it was giving like perfect fall vibes. Yes.
So good. I already drained mine. So now I'm on to a bubbly.
a little bit of a fall transition vibe because we're beginning to be open to the idea of fall now that the temperature's been a little bit cooler.
Please. We are fully in fall mode. We're beginning to be open to the idea. Oh, please. I wore some boots today. Made a loaf of sourdough.
She's in her fall era. It's coming.
I think I was the one a couple weeks ago that I'm like, oh no, summer must live on. No, now I've fully changed opinions and it needs to be fall.
The second we got a taste of weather that was not in the 90s, we're like,
this is what it feels like to not be sweating my butt off.
We're like, what is that? What is that smell? Crisp air, a little breeze. New York not smelling like super bad. 90 degrees does not look good. Yeah, sometimes 90 degrees does not look good on New York. Like it's a little too stinky around the edges.
I had like the urge to like bake something pumpkin inspired yesterday, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God, it's happening. So we're there. Hope you guys are there too, because we're going to draw you along with us. Even if you're not ready,
we're
going to make you ready.
There's like that little thing on social media where it's like, what's that noise? And it's like Mariah Carey going, ah. And you're like, what is that? And where it's like, oh, the holiday seasons are coming. Like you open the door and it's like, ah. And you like close it.
I haven't seen that.
So for me, I'm like, la, 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 la. Like, oh, you open the first bag of pumpkin coffee or whatever. And you're like, oh, fall is coming. That's how I feel right now.
I was saying that for me is like the sound of fall. But then I was chatting with a friend and she was saying, I haven't seen enough Twilight to remember what this is, but she was saying that the little like, there's like one of the song in like Bella's song or something that's like a little ooh, or something. I don't remember what the melody was, but she was like, listen to this clip. She's like, this is the sound of fall. And I'm like,
cute.
I feel that. I don't know what that sound is, but yes.
Us millennials, we've got our little things that just like fall nostalgia.
Yes,
whether it's Twilight or Gilmore Girls, although like I feel like both are having a resurgence. But yeah, we're open to fall. It's
on that thread because of the fall vibes. I'm going to start with my out.
You started with outs? Okay.
Just to like clear the air because I feel like it's going to be an in the next time. So my out this week is my hair. It's just the long hair. Haven't gotten it cut in, I don't even know, like 6 or 7 months. It's been a long time.
I had mine cut like 3 months ago and you were like, I'm going to cut it. And then you never did.
I think mine was like the winter time. So I'm seeing all of these like cute fall chopped bobs, like the sort of like Parisian girl. And I think I'm going to do it. I had short hair for a long time.
By short, she means like pixie.
Well, I mean, I had a pixie cut for a long time. I also did like the angled bob.
That's true.
You've
been through a hair journey.
Undergrad, I've had it from super long to super short, and I kind of liked it in every version. So I think I'm definitely, what's that, 4 inches?
She's going for it.
Next time you see me, I will be 4 inches less of hair. I think I'm gonna put it up on Instagram for a vote of how on stories how I should actually get the cut. But stay tuned. So my long hair is my out next week. Okay, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe a couple. Just so I can do the last couple like stylings that I want with the long hair, and then
then it's happening.
Short hair, here we come.
It is nice. And the nice thing, like when you get your hair cut, you're like, it's going to grow back. You know, if I get it cut short, it's going to grow back. Eventually it's going to be 12 feet long again.
That's totally how I
you
feel.
know?
And especially after having having after
we're stuck
having really short hair for a long time. I'm like, okay, clearly it does grow back. So
no fear.
Like no fear, you know, you can always get more cut off and it'll always come back.
It's true.
So what's your out?
Start with my out. Okay.
Throw us into the deep end.
My out. Well, okay, both are on the same thread, but I hit so I was working out and I hit my foot against my chair.
Oh.
And totally like ripped half my toenail off.
Ew.
I was like,
oh, shit. Hey, gross.
I know. It like cracked and it was not great. And then it just like came off. I was like, no.
Plug your ears, friends, if you're toenail sensitive.
It was not great. I usually like push my chair out of the way in our like small apartment living room. And I had pushed it, but it wasn't as far as I usually push it out of the way. And then I was like, ah.
Ew.
So
casualty of working out in a small space.
Yeah. At least I didn't like kick the weights, you know, like that would have.
That's
hurt
true.
probably more. But
do you remember? Okay, so when we were kids, we were like playing outside with like the hose, and we had like a really heavy like nozzle where you'd like squirt it to either like it would spray really big or like really direct. And so we were playing with it, and Sarah's holding it. She just literally just drops it. And it lands straight on my toe.
I don't remember that. I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I thought I broke my toe. I mean, I think we were like 10 or 9, and my whole toenail came off.
I'm so sorry. I do not remember that. I'm sure you do because that was very painful.
The trauma. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I can't say we're even because I didn't hit you with your chair, but
no.
Now you know.
I know. Like, luckily, it was like not my whole nail. That would be so awkward. Just look.
Just see your toe without any nail. Okay, we're ending this conversation. We're ending this veto.
That would be so bad.
Hardcore veto. Okay, my in.
Hey, you started with the outs. This is all on you. You started there.
Don't blame your toenail problems on me, ma'am.
Oh my gosh. Carry on.
Okay, my in is Love is Blind UK.
Oh, I've got to start it.
It is back for a second season. Okay, Sarah and I watched last season when we were traveling. We were actually in London, which was kind of like, oh my gosh, we should watch it while we're here. And
it was fun. It was a good season. It was a very good season.
If you're a Love is Blind person, last season for the US version, I felt like was the most bland.
Yeah, no, the US was
weird. Like all the guys looked exactly the same.
Very
all
vanilla.
the girls were very like lackluster. I just did not like anybody really.
Yeah.
And especially after watching Love is Blind UK right before that, we were like, God, they did such a better job.
The UK one was so good.
We were like, they did such a good. And so I do not watch like any reality TV except for Love is Blind. And so I like binged like 3 episodes yesterday while I was cooking. And it's just like,
I have to watch it.
They pick really interesting people who I feel like seem really authentic as opposed to in the US. I feel like somehow it seems much more contrived. And also I think in the UK, because it's like more, in Europe, that there's like a wider variety of people, like from way different backgrounds, way different different countries and stuff. And here it's all kind of like there's like a brown hair white guy and another brown hair white guy, and another brown hair white guy. And I'm like,
the last season in the US, it was like all these guys look exactly the same, but like
from the Midwest.
There's
we can attest. A lot of people look the same in the Midwest.
But there's a ton of people.
Take us for example. We look the same. We are from the Midwest.
We do look the same. But I mean, I don't know where they're drawing people from. It's like everybody
last season was Minneapolis.
Okay, that's right. It was Minneapolis. But I don't know whether it's like, I'm sure it's like, if you want to be part of the show, come here. So, I mean, I guess they have to kind of work with who's auditioning. But I'm
not sure.
I mean, in the US, like, gosh, the variety of people.
I mean, we do have, but some reason they weren't casting a variety. So I feel like they pay extra attention for the UK version. Anyway.
To keep it varied.
I'm obsessed. Maybe. As I have admitted to you guys before, I don't remember anybody's names.
Yeah, we're really bad with names.
So freaking bad with names. I just I can't remember.
Like the girl with the blonde hair who was a dancer.
I'll remember all the details, but I just cannot remember what their names are. So if y'all want to chat details, I can chat details, but I just won't have any name information for you.
Has the whole season come out, or is it like where they do just a couple episodes at a time?
I haven't gotten so far where it's like cut me off.
Okay.
I feel like they haven't released all of it. Usually they like kind of towards the end release like another couple episodes.
Okay.
So I think it's like a couple episodes and a couple more.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my it's my reality TV show of choice. I just don't do any other reality TV besides that, unless Sarah has me watch a random Bachelor.
Which I have not been in. I have not. Bachelor in Paradise is going on right now, and I have not watched any of it. Like they've got like some of the people from the Golden Bachelor in it right now, and I'm just like, when it's like the 60 plus kind of group.
I feel like that's the only one that I could actually be interested in because I feel like it's unique.
I mean, it is.
Like, it's different.
But I like Paradise because if you don't know Bachelor in Paradise, like normally for the Bachelor, it's like one guy or one girl and then like a whole pool of people. But for Paradise, it's like a pool of guys and girls.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then like they add new people and then you're like, oh, actually like so-and-so better. Like more like real life. You know what I mean? Like new people come into the mix. But I've been so busy like this summer. I have not watched it. So
That's shocking.
but from what I've heard, it's not that great. So I don't feel like I'm missing out. Maybe if I need like a show later, I'll just watch the whole thing, fast forward
Just
through all
watch
the
Love
commercials.
is Blind
But
instead.
I mean, that was so fun when we watched it last year. So I will do that. Then I have to keep up so you don't have any spoilers for me. But
There's one couple, again, can't
don't tell me
remember the names
anything.
are.
Don't tell me
I'm
anything.
not going to say any details, but they are so cute. And I like fully want to believe in them. So we'll see.
Cool.
We will see. All right, what's your in?
Well, my in, I guess that my in and out were along the same track. I am not a manicure girly, like at
This is
all.
true.
Usually I'm a pedicure girly, and like I usually keep my nails short, which they are still short. But I got a manicure like 2 weeks ago,
Like a week and a half, yeah.
and this is the best manicure I've ever gotten.
I can attest to that. We got them at the same place in New York, and
what was her No. I keep saying the wrong place. What is
I
it
think
called?
it's Majesty's Pleasure.
It's such a funny name. Majesty's Pleasure.
Sarah keeps calling it Her Majesty.
Her Majesty's. I thought it was just called Her Majesty.
Let me look it up again.
But we went for an event.
Majesty's Pleasure.
Majesty's Pleasure.
They have a huge Instagram following too. They do like a bar. Like you can go get
Bar/coffee. And their drinks were great because they were
my
giving out
God.
drinks. I got like this amazing strawberry
matcha that I would go there just for that. Like it was good.
Really, really, really,
And
really good.
meticulous manicure. Like
The way that they put so much focus on
the cuticle
and your nails before they polish it. Like I'm sure that's why it looks so nice right now because
they went like right as far as low as they could too. Like so it's lasting really well. I feel like this manicure is gonna last at least a good 3 weeks.
I just have I nicked my nail. I was using my peeler. I was peeling carrots and I like got my nail. I was like, I was like,
it's
did it
always
ruin the
a cheese
manicure?
grater where I'm like, ah.
And I was like, did it ruin the manicure? Did it ruin the manicure?
But it was
like,
so
no,
good. We'll drop the information in our show notes too. But like, if you're in, I think they're also in Toronto.
Oh, really? Okay.
But if you're in like New York and on a trip or something and you want to get a manicure,
Granted, we were there for an event, so don't know how much the manicure costs.
yeah, we don't know.
But it was a fantastic manicure.
I mean, and I was just coming off of having my nails done before, and I felt like it was so thick and like it just peeled right off.
the one you had before.
The one I had before, and then going to this, I'm like, they just feel lighter. It's very streamlined. Like there aren't any bumps or anything.
They did such a nice job.
We both left and were like,
I was like,
dang.
wow. And
Really good job.
I am not easy on my nails, and I've had like zero
Where
peeling.
the girls
zero
were like, oh,
cracking.
who needs a box opener?
Yeah, no, I am that girl. I'm like, oh, something's on this pan. Like, no, they look so nice. So yeah, we'll put a link to their place in the show notes. And then also, Lee and I were thinking like, obviously we're kind of like fashion content. We were like, we should put a link to our outfits for our visual watchers in the show notes too. So we will do that as well.
We're going to start doing that too. In case you're like, gotta know what the information is on those.
My little tie sleeve blouse.
Yes,
Which I'm very feeling
short sleeve
today.
cardi. So we'll also link that for you guys as we move on into more episodes too.
Yes.
So this week we are doing our scroll talk again. We're picking like our favorite hot topic,
Things we're seeing online,
media,
social media,
stuff like that. And so obviously we had to go the route of the summer I turned pretty. In particular, the peach scene. Okay.
Yeah. The peach scene in The Summer I Turned Pretty has been all over online.
Let's just say, even before we jump into Notorious Peach scene,
and we will not be, this is not spoilers. Like, we're not giving spoilers.
No. I mean,
I haven't watched the show, but I have seen this scene.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about though, is that when something becomes so like prevalent in like social media and pop culture, where it's like, I don't even know what's going on in the show, but I know what's going on in the show.
Exactly.
Like, oh my, we're going peach picking this weekend, and we're
making so many jokes to each other about
like,
it.
we should recreate this scene. Okay,
the peach scene.
But first, okay, Summer I Turned Pretty. If you don't watch it, let me give you like a 2-sentence summary. It's basically this girl, Belly. Okay, see, I remember her name.
Bella.
Point on my side. Who has grown up with these two brothers, like family friends, Conrad and Jeremiah. Oh my God, 2 more names. Whoa. And
you remembered them all.
They were like, they grew up as family friends. Okay. She comes back one summer. They're all in their teens. And all of a sudden it's like people got feels for Belly. Belly's got feels for people. And it all kind of devolves from there. So it's like love triangle-esque teenage love vibes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's really all you need to know. Both brothers kind of have a thing for her. She kind of has a thing for both brothers. At different times, it's at different intensities for different people.
Insert peaches.
Insert peaches. Okay. So in season 2, if you've seen any sort of social media post where it's like someone eating a peach and it's like juices everywhere.
Yeah. So in this
trailing down her chin.
In this clip, yeah, she's eating. She's like, this peach is so good, and it's literally like dripping down her face,
basically.
Down
Okay,
her arm.
Okay. They stop because I have been watching it. I sort of hate watching it. Sort of intrigued. I can't stop. Whatever version that is. But they like pull off to a little farm stand. There's nobody manning the farm stand, so it's just like an empty farm stand with like a shit ton of peaches, and they look beautiful. And she's just like, "Ooh, these look great." And she just picks one up and just like eats it right there. And she's like, I mean, and the rate at which she downs this peach, Sarah.
Yeah.
She was like,
I've seen the
clips. Like, she eats this peach like in 15 seconds. And I was like, whoa, chew.
Plus, like, not like a normal person who's eating the peach like away from their body. She's like letting it like the juice.
And I was like, oh, okay. She was hungry. She must not have had lunch. And then he's like, you think they're all that good? And she's like, I kind of need to try another one. And she picks it up and it's like, and it's like peach juice is literally just like, but they decided for some God knows reason to do it in slow-mo.
Oh yeah. I mean, this scene is
sort
very
of like
cringe.
staring at the camera, and she's like, and the peach juice, and he's just staring at her, kind of like, oh, like licking his lip.
He's feeling the scene. But then he takes his shirt, and to be fair, like, it's not that loose of a shirt, right? Because they're trying to show off his bod. And he pulls
he has a good one.
I mean, yeah, he does. Ain't gonna lie. But he pulls his shirt while he's wearing it, takes the edge, and is like trying to wipe off her face.
But it's so tight that he has to like really stretch.
He's like trying to stretch his shirt to like wipe off her face. And then she's like, I'm like, no guy has ever taken their shirt to wipe off my face. First of all, he would have makeup all over, like just that. He would have his makeup all, and it's a white shirt, of course, right? Isn't it?
It's like bleach white.
Okay,
it's like a Hanes.
If I'm remembering this correctly,
Hanes t-shirt.
Yeah. I'm like, you would have makeup and juice all over, and she's just like, and I'm like, no girl would be happy with that. You're like, you just wiped off all my makeup.
I mean, it was like a little sexy, the wiping off the
but like
chin juice.
But like watching him like try and stretch his shirt to like
they should have given him like a much looser t-shirt to do that.
Yeah. Or this is what should have happened. He should have taken off his shirt and then wiped off her face. I'm just saying.
He's here. Just use it as basically a napkin. And then Sarah gets to
enjoy.
He's
doing anyway.
Yeah, but then, don't you think that's like a little more dramatic? Of just like now he's just walking around shirtless, and he's like, "Here, take my whole shirt."
I don't know. They have her dripping in juicy peach juice, and him stretching his shirt. Why not just have him take off his shirt? Like, here, I got you. white mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's just,
it would be
the
cute.
cringe part is, first of all, that she can't eat a peach without looking like a toddler.
That's my bigger issue.
She's
is
like,
that
so juicy.
whoever like directed the scene was just like, don't eat this peach like a normal human being. Just let it, like, you're just gonna stand upright and like, it's like who would eat a piece of water, like a slice of watermelon,
and just like eat it backwards, like on yourself,
just like tilting back so the juice is like trailing. Like, not a human being. I doubt even an alien would decide to eat that way. And instead, she's just like in a bath, like a bath of their own peach juice.
From what I've heard as well, I was talking about this with a friend, and they said they're watching behind the scenes. They like inject the peaches with,
of course,
with like a sugar syrup, right? So when she bites into it, it's like
of
peach
course,
juice.
because no
peach is that juicy.
no matter how juicy, is going to be. I mean, we're talking currents. We're talking rivulets of peach juice.
So this just has to be the topic because it's been all over, and like the Summer I Turned Pretty clips everywhere, but especially this peach one where it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot.
Like, and I understand exaggeration, especially like I do think the idea of him kind of walking up to her and kind of like, you know, like getting a little of the juice off with his shirt is pretty sexy, but they just did not execute it.
No, it was not executed well.
And it sort of makes me think of Bridgerton's carriage scene.
Oh, I like the carriage scene.
For me, it was like...
No, the carriage scene was way better than this peach juice thing. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys weigh in in the comments.
For me, it's like when they decide to do a lot of effects with the camera, like for this, like her slow-mo eating the peach was like way too much. If they had kept it more like normal speed, it would have made more sense. And same with the carriage ride, when they like decide to do all these like weird tilty camera angles, that to me like draws me out of the scene, because I'm more taken with like what's going on with this weird camera thing.
I was into the carriage scene.
Okay. This is where we disagree. But because of this scene, like we are seeing so many reenactments of this like peach scene on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm sure it's like literally everywhere.
Brands doing like peach puns and everything. So it's like taking over.
I saw oh my gosh, like a bunch of different brands on Instagram are doing like Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah, and they're like I think it was Bombas who I just saw, they did an ad that was like Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah, we're just Team Beach. And it was like footwear that you can wear to the beach.
Oh, that's fun.
And I was like, this is so cute. But I love all the pop culture references.
Yeah. It's fun seeing brands now like pulling from things in social media and things like in pop culture to influence their branding, as opposed to so much like sticking straight to their products, but pulling like finding that connection with their audience,
which I think is like, or if there's like a meme that's really good, in brands that will like insert their own like
version of it.
And I just think it's so smart, because we're all talking about it, we're all so aware of it, and it makes it more interesting to see what they're advertising and what they're, you know, kind of as a brand, how they're going to draw in these kind of social hot topics.
Yeah.
And it makes it definitely more interesting. But
if you have not seen this, just look up online,
type in
the Summer I Turned Pretty peach scene. You'll know what we're talking about.
You're in for a treat.
Then you have to let us know, like, if you're watching on YouTube, in the comments, like, tell us, did you like it?
Was your original reaction like, ooh, hot,
or
sexy,
was it
cringy?
Like cringe? And then, yeah, if you're listening, you can also leave a comment on the episode. I know on Spotify you can leave a comment on the episode or DM us, because we want to know. We just want to know what you're feeling.
But we want to know. I'm saying a little of the t-shirt action was hot. But girl needs to learn how to eat her fruit in a save your outfit sort of way.
I was not into it. I was not impressed.
Sarah was gagging.
Carriage scene over that any day.
So we need to know. Help us solve this dilemma.
All right, we had a lot of write-ins this week, so keep them coming if you want anything you're going through to be featured on the episode. Send us a DM on Instagram, and all of the write-ins are anonymous. So let's start at the top of the inbox. We've got, hello.
Hello.
I've been following you for quite some time and the podcast since the very first episode. 20 episodes
oh my God.
in.
Oh, gee. How are we 20 episodes
I know.
in?
That is 20 hours. That is almost a full day that you have devoted to us
20
yapping
hours
away.
Twin time.
Twin yap.
Twin yap.
We appreciate.
Thank
you. I'm 35 years old, MD, and I've never been in a relationship.
Okay.
First,
living that solo life.
Yeah.
Independent
woman. First, I was focused on getting in med school, then going through med school. Yeah, that takes up a lot of time. Internships, residency, and now that I have all that I have a stable life and job I love and dream about since I was a kid, I feel like a failure.
No, babes.
You're a strong, independent woman doctor.
Oh my God. We have one of our like oldest friends just finished her like specialization.
Her fellowship.
And dear Lord, the amount of focus
It's so
and
much
the amount
work.
of years you put into that's like
So much work.
there's not room for anything else.
No. I worked so hard. I still work hard every day that at the end of the day or week, I just don't have energy to go out dating, meeting someone. Just want to rest by myself or with friends and family in my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Dating apps, well, I tried them all, can never go further than texting until someone gets bored and just stops answering. And on the other hand, I feel like I'm just too old and embarrassed to say, well, I've never been with anybody. If you read this and have time, I would love to know your opinion on this. Love from the other side of the pond in Portugal.
Oh, wow.
We've gone.
Oh my gosh. We have crossed to the other
the
countries.
pond. Wow. We've gone international. Well,
We want to go to Portugal someday. That's on the list. Oh.
Well, I truly think that there are a lot of women in their 30s that are going through the same thing. Maybe they just don't talk about it because they might have the same feelings of like, is it weird to say like I've never been with someone? They're like dealing with that sense.
Yeah, somehow we've kind of like created this stigma when you're like, oh, I've never had a serious relationship. That means that's something like, oh, why? Like, what's wrong with you type thing. And you're like, okay, just that's totally not the case. Like sometimes, I mean, there's so many factors. Like for you, you've been so focused on this career path.
Absolutely. And like slaying. Like
Yeah.
you are an MD girl.
I mean, a lot of other careers do not take that long, near as long for that trajectory.
Because
So it's
you
like,
got undergrad, med school,
Right.
residency, fellowship.
a
and by
lot
the
of other
time that's
people, they're
done,
22 and they're done. Like they're working a regular 9 to 5 and they have time to sort of create this schedule of, okay, now I can look for a partner. I have stuff to do on the weekend. You haven't had that luxury and that's okay.
And I think what you're saying is totally valid, where you've done all this, like your work is a lot and you've gone through a lot with school, that by the time you're done, you're like, I just want to be in my comfort zone. Like I want to be at home relaxing. I want to be with my friends who I don't have, like, what was the one thing we used to use? Like your social battery.
Yeah.
Like people that don't drain your social battery. And that's like totally valid. I don't think that, I think there are a lot of people that feel the way you do, where like at the end of a work week or work day, you're just like, I don't want to go meet new people. I don't want to go on a dating app. I just want to like enjoy this time that I have away from work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? Like,
I mean, okay.
I just don't want, if you're afraid of like dating somebody because you're like, maybe they just won't like me because I haven't been with anybody else. I just don't want that to hold you back, because you sound like a total like
a total catch, and
yeah, like
and so dedicated to what you do, and like you're very driven.
Yeah,
that's really sexy. Like that's a huge sexy trait to have, and
you also don't want to be with a guy that's going to be intimidated that you are a boss and a doctor. Like you want to be with someone that thinks, oh, she's amazing. Like she is a doctor. Like she's smart. She's intelligent. She is confident. Like that's the kind of person you want to be with.
So part of me thinks, okay, like the truth of the matter is, if you are trying to meet somebody and you're trying to find a partner, there is some time commitment that has to go into that.
It's true.
I think a lot of us would love to go about finding a partner in just like a natural way. Like,
yeah,
like,
you just
you
bump into
run
someone
into
on the
somebody at the
street.
store, and you trade numbers, and what a great meet cute or whatever. But 90% of the time it's not that easy. And so it's like, okay, even if you are feeling like you are sort of maxed out on time, maybe we commit like, I don't even know. Like, okay, part of me thinks, is there somebody in your kind of work pool? Because like someone who maybe is also a medical professional, just because they might really understand your work commitment, your drive, like why that happens. Maybe you have friends at work.
A friend of a friend?
A friend of a friend.
Not
like
directly working with you,
I think
but
you could very easily, if you have friends at work, just put out some feelers. Like just be very honest of like, hey, like I'm honestly kind of I'm looking for someone. Like I would really like to kind of focus on finding a partner in my life. Like, do you guys have any like single friends? Like, I mean, just put out those feelers. I think if you're friends, I would love to set up a friend who is single with another friend.
Yeah. If I was like, oh, I feel like you guys would really like hit it
off. Another part of me thinks like,
because it does seem like this girl is saying like she wants to find a partner. I mean, she's not directly saying that, but she's saying like, you know, she hasn't been with anybody, but she says now she feels like a failure, which I really don't want you to feel like you're a failure. Like it sounds like you are amazing and like you have put so much time and energy into doing things that you love that is only going to strengthen any kind of relationship you're going to have in the future because you know what you want and you've gone after your dreams.
Yes.
And like that confidence can only help you in a relationship.
Let's just say that like the lack of having a partner in your life is not a lack of your success. It's not a loss of success. It's just when you find a partner, you want someone who's going to be able to sort of be the cherry on top of something that's already great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you're not living a full life already, that you're not living full success, that you're not truly happy. That's what I think,
because
is
your
the bigger
life,
issue.
to be honest, your life is you. And it's great to have other people there that, like Leah said, are the cherry on top. You know,
they wanted finding a partner would just only like elevate what you already have going
exactly.
on. But
it doesn't define who you are.
Yes, and it definitely does not detract from your success or what a like, you know, boss babe that you are.
And what amazing experiences you've had in your life.
So I think that's like the first step is just being like, I could be myself for, you know, for forever. And that wouldn't detract from what I've got going on. But what I was saying is that like, if you really do want to focus on finding a partner, there is some time commitment that has to go into that.
It's true.
Because
if you're always living in your bubble,
nothing changes, right? Like if you're always seeing the same people at work, you're going home, doing the same thing, like we're trying to widen that pool of people so that hopefully you can find somebody who you'd mesh with and could be a good partner. So maybe if you feel so drained, I mean, pick one weekend day a month and just say like,
start small.
Start small. Like maybe the apps is like the easiest way to kind of start for right now because you're busy. So maybe just dedicate a little bit of time during the week to being like, okay, just going to be on the apps, you know, an hour here or whatever, chat. See if you can come up with a plan to just meet instead of texting, because then sometimes it's like all the energy has gone into the texting and the chatting. So then it's like, what else do we have to talk about in person? Like, why do we need to meet up in person? I think find some like talk on the apps a little bit. If you find somebody who you have like a little bit of a connection with, initiate meeting in person, and that's your like social event for the month of you know, partnership finding. That way you don't feel like every weekend has to be that way, that you can still reserve time for yourself, but you are still feeling like you're investing in yourself by putting a little bit of that time into partner finding. Like, don't think of it as like detracting from your free time, but you're investing back into yourself.
Yeah. And if you're like, I just don't want to do the apps right now, like it's just
That's
so
also
draining.
fine.
What if instead of, as a plan B, instead of I'm going to spend like one weekend a month trying to like, you know, chat with people on the apps, what if one weekend a month you're like, I'm going to try a new hobby, like
or like a community event,
like whether it's a book club or like a volunteer group, or even just go to a different cafe
and sit and talk with the bartender. Just pick a new situation.
Even like bookstores, like there's so many times people come up next to you at the bookstore and you're like, oh, I see what they're reading. And you're like, that's a good book. And that's just a really easy like conversation opener. Just find some way as what we're proposing, like one time a month where you're putting yourself in a different environment than usual, just to kind of change up the routines.
And just, it's so easy to start chatting with somebody.
Expose yourself to new people.
I went to a new cafe a couple weeks ago, and a girl came in, sat next to me. You know, I was just sitting there working. She started chatting with me, and I was like, we chatted for like a half hour, and I was like, this is so nice. Like,
yeah,
you know, I didn't know her before that, and I was just like, it's, you know, sometimes you can really hit it off with someone that is just completely out of the blue. So yeah, I think like changing up, if your goal is to find a partner, then change up your environment, whether it is like committing to the apps a little bit, investing that time, or like what Sarah's saying, go to a book, find a community book club. I've been seeing a lot of like, it's not like speed dating, but it's like different events around town where it's like mixers that are meant to sort of pair up people.
Yeah.
Too.
And I don't know what like community events might be in Portugal since we've gone international.
I'm sure they have stuff like that.
Maybe
though.
even like a language exchange where you're like meeting other people that are also interested in like talking to other people. Or
yeah, sky's the limit for the event.
Sky's the limit.
But find something. I would put it on your calendar. Like pick a day where you're like, today's mingle day,
or like out of my comfort zone day.
Yeah. And then you can go home in the evening or whatever time and then be like,
I put myself out there for a few hours and now I can
have a couple
recharge,
weeks off,
hang out with my friends. And then if you're like, I'm feeling good, then maybe bump it up to 2 times a month or, whatever. But like Leah said, nothing changes if nothing changes. And yeah, see what happens if you change up your environment a little bit. But you are a rock star. Like, you're fantastic. I don't want you to feel like you're a failure. You have so many good things going on for you. And when you find that right person,
they're only going to elevate that.
And they're going to be blown away by everything you've accomplished.
Exactly.
And yeah, you're going to rock it.
Question number 2. I have a message for the podcast.
We're here to listen.
Perfect place. We are here. I'm about to go back to work at my elementary school. I am a speech therapist that works with special needs children.
Oh my gosh, you are amazing.
I have experienced a medical condition that causes me to be hot all the time. Oh my Lord.
The worst thing when you're
like
in a
hot
school.
flashes, sweating. So fun. I need to buy some back to school work clothes, but I don't know what to get that will look professional, be comfortable enough to move with my students, but also keep me cool. I know I need layers, but I don't know what to get because it needs to be comfortable, but totally professional down to the last layer if I need to remove some items because I'm hot.
100%.
Any ideas? Ooh, this is such a good question.
Yes, because honestly, even if you don't have like a medical condition, it is so hot in schools.
Schools, it's like they can't regulate.
My classroom was always burning up or freezing, and I would also have to dress in layers because you never knew what you were expecting.
I feel like... And
what
it's
are we
like
thinking?
often radiators or like weird AC where it's like you're cold and then you go into a different room and then it's hot, right? And I feel like special. She said she's special needs, right?
Speech therapy.
Speech therapy. Oh yeah. With special needs children, so it's like you might be even moving classrooms.
Yeah.
Every time. So it's like you really have to be flexible with your layer. So I think my number 1 rule would be natural fibers.
That's what I was going to say. Cotton, linen. And if you're going for like, as we're moving into like the colder months, like wool, but I feel
cashmere.
Like, yeah, I feel like you're probably going to want to hang in the cotton realm as much as possible,
or maybe get like a cashmere or wool sweater that you can very easily take off.
You should check out Quince. I mean, we talk about Quince all the time. Quince, all online, free shipping and returns, a ton of natural fibers.
Because they also do like silk. Like
yes, silks would be good.
What do they? It's not wrinkle-free silk. It's washable silk.
Because I do think these natural fibers, it's like a great first step, and they have a lot of like workwear. Like they have some short sleeve like cotton.
I'm gonna pull up their website right now because I think
short sleeve cotton button downs, or even just like a shell that's just kind of like the really thick tank. Even if you had like a sweater over it, you could take that off and not feel like the kids are gonna see my bra
I was
straps
gonna see that like they do
or anything.
I just got this and it's a cotton cashmere ribbed tank. And it's like really nice detailing. It's like $30, right? Cotton cashmere. That you could take off like up down to your last layer and it's still going to be that natural fiber.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like, okay, when I was teaching,
they have a cotton modal like tank, cropped like a knit sweater, like all of these things. They even do like a little body suits or things like that are natural fibers so that you could feel like you could take off that. I'm thinking like, take off the sweater, take off a shirt, and then you still feel okay.
Yeah, I think you're going to want to have a lot of just like a cotton undershirt, or even like they have some silk, like I said, like the thicker shells. So it's like a tank top that you don't feel like your bra is going to show.
That it still feels like elevated.
Because when I was teaching, like it was no jeans. I'm not sure what your school is, but like a comfortable pair of pants or even like a looser skirt.
I'm sort of thinking a skirt might even cause like some more air circulation.
Yeah, like for the start of school, you could easily do some like thicker tank dresses that maybe you've got like a little sweater over. You can take that off. Because like at my school, I think teachers could wear like spaghetti or like a strapless if it was like 3 fingers.
Okay.
I mean, like consult your handbook.
I also love if you have a dress like that, get a linen. Quince has a ton of these too. Or I got a really nice one from Old Navy. Old Navy has a lot of great linen or cotton button downs.
Were you saying button downs? Yeah, that's a good option.
So that you can put that over top as an option too. And it's like so light. Like I just got a linen button down from them. That's a little like shorter too, which makes a really great layer. And I mean, it's so light. You would never even notice.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like, especially for the start of the year, if you want to like, start of the day, maybe you've got a little sweater or a little blazer and you're like, oh, I feel cute. But then you're like immediately getting hot. Short sleeve, like cotton tee, or even like a little short sleeve cotton blouse.
Or they do like cotton sweater, like short sleeve sweaters.
Just so then like you can take off the outer layer, but then like, oh, I've got to go chat with the principal or something.
Could throw on
just
that next
throw
layer.
It back on.
Let me also say, I just saw this because my realtor had one of these. She was like, I'm dealing with hot flashes at the moment. A little plug-in that goes right into the very bottom of your phone. And it's like a little tiny fan.
Oh, that's smart.
Like it was just one little propeller.
Although as a teacher, you don't have your phone on you all the time.
No, but I'm saying like if you're hopping between, or like you have 5 minutes downtime in between class, you probably could run and get it just to cool down for a second.
Even like a little, I mean, they sell the little handheld, like even some are like little bladeless fans where you could just have something if you're like, I am suffering. Like at this moment where you're just like, the only way for me to cool down is literally like a breeze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one that you can just like plug in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like the length of your finger.
But some are even just like I see people on the subway with them, just a little I would honestly like put an extra fan in your classroom. No shame. If it's in the winter and you're using it, like kids understand. You're like, oh, I just get hot all the time. I just get hot all the time.
And if you don't have a classroom that's your own, because oftentimes speech therapists and especially dealing with special needs are hopping back and forth to different classrooms or bringing kids, like you're going back and down the hallway, like a lot of passing time, get one of the portable fans.
Get a little portable fan. Yeah, but I would say, so we're saying natural fibers, check out Quince. That's just a great place where you could like order and have it's 365-day free shipping and return.
So you could try a lot of different possibilities. It's super budget friendly.
Natural fibers, thinking with layering, starting with
we'll link them in our notes too.
Quince. Yeah. Thinking of either like a tee, like a short sleeve tee that you feel, like your bra's not showing through anything.
Tanks.
A nice tank that's like a thick strap one that you would feel comfortable wearing without a layer. And then some lightweight layers, like a cotton sweater or like a lightweight linen blazer, things that are still in season right now that you could really extend into like later in the year.
Very popular now too to like have a sweater and just tie it around your shoulders.
Yeah.
So
that's
like
smart.
You could start with it during the day, like, oh, my cardigan's all buttoned up and it's cute and I have it over my tank. And then, or t-shirt, and then you're like, I'm getting hot. You just do the little tie around.
Just tie it around your neck.
You look super chic.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
You've got some cotton pants or a skirt or a dress that you have a light layer. I think natural fibers 100% are going to be your best friend. Polyester is just going to seal in your heat.
Not for you, girl.
Make you feel
not
good.
for you.
I would even opt away from like wool or like heavy materials. Go for things that are breathable. Quince also has like some amazing, I just got an alpaca cashmere sweater that's like so light,
very fine knit.
It's very fine knit, so it's like you still have the kind of fall vibes, but it's so like delicate and feminine, so it can be breathable too. But yeah, even
and the little fan.
Yes,
get your
but
little
you're
fan.
so not alone. There are a lot of people who are dealing with sort of like weird classroom heating, cooling situation,
internal
or
regulation,
or just like hard time regulating their own body temperature.
Yes.
And I think some of these are going to be your best friends.
Yes. Good luck.
But good luck. Have so much fun with the school year.
Yes.
Oh.
And our last question. Okay. Question for the podcast. Hi, Sarah and Leah. I feel like I haven't been pulling my weight as a friend. My best friend moved several states away several years ago. I'm on the East Coast and she's in the Midwest. So East Coast, Midwest.
That was the life that we led for a long time.
Michigan, Connecticut. When she first moved, I had just gotten married and had a baby and have since had another baby. In the beginning, we talked when we were able and texted mostly. Since then, she's flown here with her now husband. She met in her new state a couple times to visit us. Well, that's nice. So you guys have still been able to like group trip, like, well, we're going to come visit. Like, let's hang out. I've expressed to her how I feel like a terrible friend because I've never flown to visit her. But obviously it's hard with a husband of my own and 2 small children. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of lugging around to do. A lot of people. Now, this other friend I don't think has said
she has kids.
It doesn't seem like the other friend has kids. It just said her now husband.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's hard to travel with a husband and 2 small children. Still, she is very understanding, but I still feel like I'm not pulling my weight as a best friend to her. I'd love to fly to visit her with my family or even alone, but the logistics for me is hard considering I now have 2 kids starting school. Any thoughts would be appreciated. Okay, girl. Again, I say I love these write-ins because I guarantee you there's like 100 other...
So many other people are out there
people
like,
right in your
situation. My
situation.
sister or my best friend. And
they're like, but I've got like family responsibilities and I want to leave my husband and my kids like do all this and they're about to start school and I've got a lot
like,
going
how can
on.
I do all of it? Yeah.
Sounds like from what you're saying, it's great that you care so much about this friend that you're like, I want to make sure that they feel valued and appreciated. Like, I think that's first of all a sign of a good friend that you, with everything going on in your day-to-day husband, kids, checklist, you know, that you are still thinking of this friend. Like, I think that is such a huge sign that you really care about this person.
And you're like, I want to dedicate more of my time to like really fostering this and really making it feel like you feel valued.
And I don't know if they said, did they say, I've expressed to her how I feel like a terrible friend,
but her friend was like, no,
but
like,
her friend, she's very understanding. So it sounds like from what you've told us, at least your friend is not saying like, gee, it sure would be nice for you to like come out here once in a while. Like it doesn't sound like there's any of that.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I was wondering if this was coming from a sense of like, oh, maybe you're picking up on vibes from her that you're like, oh, I think she might be like angry with me or thinking that I'm not.
But it doesn't sound
like... It doesn't really sound like that. It sounds like this is kind of your own...
Like, I want to...
Like, it's weighing on you from your own thoughts.
So what if, like... And, of course, there's a ton of logistics.
I think... Okay, before we discuss logistics of, like, how she could actually go visit her friend, I feel like I experience this a lot with, like, long-distance friendships. Your friend probably comes across your mind daily. If not every couple days, right? And you're like, oh, Allison, she's so great. Oh, Allison would love that. Instead of just thinking, oh, Allison would love that, take the extra minute and send her the text.
If you're not doing that already, like you guys might be talking like
maybe so, but
every day or every other day.
You know, send her the quick little voice memo being like, oh my gosh, you know, little Bobby this morning did the funniest thing and spilled his Cheerios all over the floor. You know, and love you. Have a great day. Take those tiny moments, and if you're not already doing it, like actually send the text, actually send the little message, because I can promise you that it's those tiny things that really make the difference in feeling like you have regular connections.
It's so true because like there are friends that now that I'm on the East Coast too, friends that I think about all the time, and I try and like I'm trying to be more aware of it. Like I was thinking of so and so, I should send them a text, and sometimes. I don't know what it is. Like, what is it that makes us sometimes stop and like, I should send them a text and then you don't. And you're like, well, why? Because like, I care about them.
Like, and think about it like 5 years ago, like, or like if you were in college or whatever, like if you had something funny to tell your friend, you'd just text and not even thought about it.
Yeah. Just like shoot off a text.
Like shoot off a text. Just do it. Don't overthink it, because it is those tiny things. Like Sarah and I now have a group chat with one of our girlfriends that I met when I was in Minneapolis and stuff. And it's like, she'll just like, call us or we'll call her. We'll send in like little funny memes or things like that. And it's those little touch points,
those little things that
it makes you just feel
keep
like
that person fresh in your mind and like keep them feeling like you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
I was also going to say an easy thing, like before we like potentially talk of you actually going to see your friend, just changing up maybe how you regularly communicate. Like Leah said, maybe if you're not chatting all the time, but this person's on your mind all the time, send those little texts or voice messages. Well, what if going to see your friend is not feasible? What if you do like a bi-monthly or even monthly, like girls' night where you're like, okay, mommy's going in here for an hour
or going to 30 the cafe minutes next door.
Yeah.
And, around the corner.
And you guys do a video chat, a little wine night where your friend goes out, you go out, or it's just like we meet, we're both having dinner, like, or we just take some time away from everything that's going on around us. And even if it's like you could only fit in 30 minutes a month, right? Where it's just you and your friend face to face video chat. I think that would be a really nice way to like keep things fresh.
Yeah.
And still feel like that's as close as being together in person as you can get, right? Like you've got undivided a time together where you can see each other's faces, you can laugh, you can hang out. And that also makes it feel like you're kind of setting aside special time in your schedule to see your friend. So maybe start with something small like that, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
Or an hour, 30 minutes to an hour where you're like, this is just our best friend bonding time. We set aside a little bit of time. Everybody's got a busy schedule. Look at the month. Okay, this is our day. And we're doing this for, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour. And then you're like, I set aside that time for my friend. Even if I couldn't go see them in person, I'm setting aside dedicated time so they know I care. And it sounds like your friend already knows that you care, but maybe this will like help you feel better. Because it sounds like you want to give this friend so much, which is like really sweet. Like you're a really good friend.
And also something like that's like an inexpensive way to really feel like you're just like giving like a nice little favor. I would do this with friends. I would just like send back, like if I knew that they had like a big thing at work going on the next day, send them like a little $5 Venmo and be like, coffee on me this morning, girl. Like maybe you can't grab her coffee and bring it to her work in person, or maybe you're not doing stuff, but like those little things can kind of mean so much too. Just those little things scattered in, like what Sarah's saying is change the way that you communicate. Like add something in, whether it's okay, like we don't usually text that much or we usually call, we'll add a different format just to feel like you're kind of like bringing in that closeness a little bit. And going then into, if you do really want to visit her, I think because you have a partner, you have 2 kids, like it's craziest time of year. I think if that is something that you're like, your heart weighing really on you, it seems like you're really kind of like carrying that around as like almost like a burden that you're kind of like, I need this, like I want this, I want to do it for my friend, I want to do it for me. I think you need to communicate that with your partner, of that this is something that is really important to me. How do we make this happen?
Like, if you haven't already.
Yeah. It's like, how do we make this happen? Can I take 2 days off in October?
Even like a long weekend, like a Friday, and then you're back Sunday night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 days.
Yeah, like
2 days. And
short but sweet, meaningful.
Yeah, I mean, she's busy too. Figure out with her, but I think communicate with your partner. Can you watch the kids this night? Can your parents watch the kids the next night? Or can aunt, whoever, come over and watch the kids this other night? Even if it's just you, one night. Find a way to communicate and set that as a goal, because it's gonna take a little bit of your village to make that happen.
Yeah,
because you have so many things that you're responsible for. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're trying to set some time aside for yourself. You're working, but I think it needs to be communicated. You need to set out some clear steps of how it's going to happen. Because if you don't, it's from how you're explaining this right now, it's like you're kind of bumbling back and forth of like, I want to do this, I'm so busy, I want to do this, it's the busiest time of year, I have this, but I have the kids. Okay, remove all that noise. If you thought to yourself, I have to make this happen, what are we going to do? What are the steps?
Yeah, because if this is something like you just feel in your heart that I really want to go see my friend in person, like I need to see them. Moms have an unending list of things to do. Like
it's never not going to be
you
crazy
could fill
time.
every hour of every day and still not get through it all. And so also a reminder that you can't fill other people's cups if you aren't filling yours. And if you feel like, you know, you really need to nurture this relationship with your friend and you desperately want to go see them, I don't think it's a mistake to say, I want to prioritize this right now if you have the means and the time and the support around you to do so.
Yeah.
Like if you communicate with your partner, you know, I really, really want to see this friend. I've been saying this for years and I just feel like it's something I need to make happen. Is there a weekend where you'd be okay if I went away for the weekend and just saw this friend? If you don't think you can mobilize the whole troops, you know what I mean? If it's like, oh, school's there, so I don't want to pull them out of school.
And honestly, maybe taking the kids and your partner detracts from your girl time that you really want to invest in.
Like if you haven't seen your friend in person in a while and you just really want that time, I don't think it's wrong to be like, mom's going to be back on Sunday.
No, and you can really sink into that role of friend and, you know, sister instead of wife, mother, you know, herder of children type deal, that you can really just sink into that role that you really want to enjoy.
And like, it's okay to prioritize yourself sometimes too.
My therapist was telling me this week, because I tend to be like a perfectionist and like, okay, like, you know, working 110%. She's like, your goal is to choose a day of the week and you have your whole to-do list for the whole week. You're going to write your stuff down and you're just going to cross one of those things off. And instead, you're going to fill that with something that helps you feel like you are just decompress from the world. So maybe it's like need to pull weeds, okay? Like Monday's my weed pulling day. I'm just going to cross that off and instead I'm going to take a bubble bath. Or instead I'm going to make a loaf of sourdough. Whatever. Instead I'm going to plan visiting my friend, whatever.
Or
you know?
Instead of I really need to like catch up on the laundry or like I need to fold the laundry, like cross it off and it's like I'm going to spend 30 minutes talking to my friend. I think we all have to admit to ourselves that we can't do everything. And sometimes like you just have to prioritize different things that you are really feeling called to in the moment. And I'm sure other people have different opinions about this. But I think if it's something that really, really matters to you, when you can find a way to make it feel like you're really nurturing this friendship, whether it's the video calls, the voice messages, or going to see them in person.
And truthfully, I think it's going to be a combination of all those things because if this long distance situation is not going to change anytime soon. So it's like, okay, on a daily basis, you are going to want to probably fostering it in those small ways is going to make you feel less like guilt ridden too of like, I need to make this trip happen.
Yeah.
And also, she's like your sister. You're going to want to find a way to make those trips happen. So it's going to be a combination of both of those things. But it's so like refreshing to see somebody care so much about a friendship.
I love that. No, I love it so much. You're obviously a really good friend for caring this much.
I want you as my friend.
Yeah, like
come visit us in New York City.
This is grade A friendship. But it's so hard as you get older. Like you add all these extra things, extra responsibilities, and then you're like, gosh, like I just really want to go see my friend. And like
I haven't seen her in 2 years. Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay to like admit that to yourself. And it's okay to like, I really need to prioritize this and go for it. So I hope that you can find a way to go see your friend.
And if you visit your friend, you must tell us.
Please let us know. Please send us a picture of you guys together.
Yes.
Or even if it's just you guys doing your little FaceTimes, like please let us know
how it goes.
How you're fostering the friendship.
We know how hard that long distance can be when I was on the East Coast and Sarah was in Michigan. And you know, it's really those small things that make a big difference. And also planning the girl trips.
Yes. Fill your cup with your friendship, and
we're here rooting for you.
Yay! And thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Inside Scoop podcast.
20 episodes.
Woo! If you want to be featured on our next week's episode, send us a DM with anything you want advice on to the Inside Scoop podcast on Instagram. All write-ins are anonymous, and look forward to you tuning in next week.
Can't wait.
Bye.